Hi, welcome to Psychology of Women, Psychology 226, which is similar to Psychology of Gender. And you can take this course at different colleges, university, and it will basically cover the same topics. I'm your instructor. I'm Jeanne Taylor. You can call me Professor Taylor. I'm a retired licensed family child counselor, and I was licensed in 2000 and had a private practice for 15 years. Now I'm retired. Now I'm a adjunct psychology professor at Citrus. I teach child development, lifespan development. I've taught intro to psychology. And this is the first time we're teaching psychology of women at Citrus College since 2011. I'm really proud and happy that we've brought this class back. I think it's really important. Your dean thinks it's very important too. And so I'm excited to go through this semester with you. And we're going to be basing the semester on this book called Women's Lives, a Psychological Exploration. It's the 4th edition, Etaw and Bridges. It was written in 2018, so it's really current, and it's at the bookstore. I think you'll want to have it. It covers many topics, and it's backed up with studies. So it's not generally the flavor of the book. It's not the author's opinion. They're talking about studies that have occurred that show gender differences. And it's pretty meaty. So it covers generally this class. If you took it at another college, also would cover the same topics. And it's how there are differences in gender from birth to old age, and particularly how women are treated differently than men. And specifically that men have more power over women in our society. We're talking about our Western modern world in this book. They do touch on different cultures, but generally we're talking about how things are set up with gender in this culture. It covers how there are differences in the workplace, there are issues of sexual harassment, violence against women. We touch on abortion. There are pretty provocative topics that can maybe stir you up a little bit. And generally in college courses, there's no confidentiality between the student and the professor. So if you report to me previous abuse or sex crimes against you, then I would need to share that with our Section 9 person in order to keep you safe. So just letting you know, I wouldn't want you to feel like, oh, I finally told someone, and then, they went and told someone else, and I would only do that to keep you safe, just to put it out there that there's no confidentiality. Even though I'm a retired therapist, I'm your professor, and that's how we have to treat things at Citrus. And of course, if you want to tell me, and I just take that as like a cry for help that you want to let people know and you want things to be reported. That's kind of in the syllabus, but there you go. I just think that the topics in this class are they can get you stirred up. And generally, we know there's imbalance between men and women in our society. We know that, right? We know that women are treated differently than men a lot of the time. So that's one level of awareness. And then there's another level of awareness when you're reading chapter after chapter about studies that prove it. It can be a little, you can feel really full on the information. That's the first phase of kind of reading the book. The second phase, I hope, is that you have this awareness, and even though you knew this stuff really, and now you factually know it, that you're aware, you're more conscious of the information, and hopefully you feel empowered you feel like your eyes are wide open. I kind of compare it to if you're just eating lunch, right? You're just eating lunch, not really thinking about it, to then maybe you're wanting to lose weight and you have to write down every single thing that goes in your mouth. You have to become really, really conscious of what's happening. It's that kind of cognitive awareness, that learning that happens. And it's kind of like that at first. And then I hope that you move into a place where you start feeling empowered by this knowledge, that you start to feel inspired by the women that have gone before you. And I'm trying to balance out the class with, the information, the facts that need to be told in a Psychology of Women course, and then also some TED Talks, some projects, some short papers that may be more inspirational. And I also want to mention there's about 50 of us in here. 5 to 7 are men. And, I applaud you for being in this class because, future fathers, right, that want to be aware of women and what they go through. I think it's great. So welcome to you too. And I'm going to be doing they're called voice threads. So it's a PowerPoint, but I'm going to narrate a couple of the slides for each chapter, I hope. And I will put those in your modules. Right now you just have the plain PowerPoint. I'm going to add to that for each chapter. I hope I haven't done it yet, but I hope to do this, narrating the information I feel like is important to you, because I've also put it on the exam. You'll also get a study sheet for each exam. So I'm kind of going by that information of what I choose to narrate, because otherwise it would be a lot of narration, and there's a lot, as in every class, so much to cover in 16 weeks. So I'm excited that you're here. I do have Zoom conference Zoom office hours where you can kind of video talk to me like this. And let's see. Oh, we're going to be working on Canvas primarily, so make sure you hook your Citrus email up with Canvas. Make sure that you're able to use Canvas, because that's the place. And contact me via Canvas through the inbox. And I'll let you go ahead and look at your syllabus and what's due in order to say that you're present in class. So in the first couple of days, and we'll just hit the ground running. I'm very excited to start the semester with you.